Are we simply going to wait? What if he never wakes up?
Are those frilled collars stuffed in your ears? If the Watcher's mumblings are right, then Aethys is marching on Ukaizo. We have to move. He's seizing power from the very gods who betrayed him, destroying the wheel to make sure they never come back. It's a coup, and we have to muster the strength to stop it.
The unraveling of Kohopa from Tangaloa is our greatest test from the gods, I say. We must live to deserve the world they make for us.
Good, you're awake. Just when I was worried we were going to stand around all day talking.
Are you quite all right? You have been out of sorts since... whatever that was.
Join our talks, I say. Rational discussion will gust away the ominous smoke rising from Ashen Maw. The Deadfire is no stranger to cataclysm. We can survive by cleaving to a shared purpose, a greater good, Akira. For what else did the gods place us here? We who have ships and resources enough to make a difference.
What we need is brass. Roatai has ships and cannons aplenty, but the only way I'm sending them is if...
Ships have formed the blockade around Queen's Berth. Their commander demands parley with Serpent's Crown.
What? But what about our ships? I must get a message through to the captains.
For what do our enemies paint a target on their hull? This is a stirring bid for my attention. Send word to my water shapers to drain the sea around the flagship. I would parley on better terms than this.
My queen! They fly the colors of pirates! The Principi are...
Well, what have we here? Forgive me, lovesome, but it looks like you're having a party. A rather fine one to which you didn't invite me.
You painted vagrants are a plague on my tribes. Why should I not hang you from the walls of my garden?
You should be asking yourself how they got in here in the first place.
Oh, I do love when they squabble. But I'm here for neither pleasantries nor entertainment. We've bigger fish to fry. Or should I say gods? Now everyone just calm down. I promise we won't fire on you at this time. Unless firstly provoked. That is, until once we've safely absconded from the city back to the high seas. Then all bets are off again. Aye?
Yes, well, if you have a point, pirate, I suggest you reach it quickly.
We're supposed to take a bunch of pirates at their word?
Right you are. However, I'm here because I've got questions, ones that can't wait. And the Lovesome Watcher's the only one likely to answer them nicely. Ukaizo? What's the lost city of gold got to do with the god on a rampage? Well, fuck if that doesn't put things into perspective. But what's that even mean in the long run? Folks who die won't be coming back again. This is all dark and foreboding sounding. But what's it mean for my soul? I mean, I like the idea of pirating throughout the Great Beyond as much as the next gal. But if, say, I got no awareness after I die, does it even matter what happens?
Ak, of course you have no interest past that of your eyes and your stomach. Let us speak now of what can be done. Must be done. Watcher, you know best of all of us what our options are.
If he's heading to Ukaizo, then the time for speeches is over. We have to act quickly. Defending Ukaizo is the highest priority. Our ships are fast and well-equipped. We could sail to the edge of Andra's mortar. See if Aethys' passage opens a way through the storms. Of course, finding Ukaizo once we're through is another matter. That's so. You just might be able to save us.
We speak of collectively sailing for Andra's mortar, but this crown will not support any plan that involves a single outsider ship landing on the shores of Ukaizo. It is for this moment that the gods test me. Anyone who seeks to cross Andra's mortar will learn that the gates of Ukaizo are the end of compromise with the Huana.
I don't mean to let Aethys end us while we bicker. But the fate of Ukaizo is not exclusively a Huana concern.
I think I'm getting the gist of it now. While these witless princocks go at each other's throats, we Principi will cut through the storms and plunder the City of Gold. Whatever Aethys is seeking in those ruins, we'll find it, and then we'll sell it to the highest bidder. That, or me and mine will have front row seats to the end of the world.
If the Huana cannot take back our beginning, then our end fast approaches. The gods will judge us by our devotion to Ukaizo.
Are you going to guard it as closely as you've guarded your palace today? Ukaizo was yours once, and you lost it. Meanwhile, the storms that cover Andra's mortar plague Rauatai too. We will help the Watchers stop Aethys, but we will not leave our country's future in soft hands. We hope the Watcher agrees.
Watcher, there are two kinds of people in the Deadfire. Those who have called it home since time immemorial, and opportunists. With Ukaizo under our control, the Huana would restore order as it has not been seen since the days of our ancestors.
Order. And the only question is whether it will be the order of ignorance and tradition, or else of conquest. The secrets to be found in Ukaizo could elevate us all beyond the telling. I will not relinquish that dream so easily.
Watcher, I say the time to play at freelancing is at an end. Any of us could get you to Ukaizo, but only one of us will stand by your side.
Let's speak, Watcher, while we have the chance.
If you have a moment, I'd like to tell you something. I appreciate that you have been helping me, helping the Republics. I know that you have an important purpose in the Deadfire, and that purpose is not the same as ours. Still, I hope you can see the potential the Republics have to do good here. Agrasima, Kores.
Speak freely.
Watcher, you only have to ask. I have to give Aethys credit. He is the only one of his kind to see how corrupt and self-serving the gods are. Even better, his plan, mad as it is, must be sending the rest of his kind into a fit. Their days are numbered, and there is nothing they can do to stop what is coming. Not at all. Animancers will fix what the gods have perverted, and the Republics will lead the way. With any luck, in a few generations, the names of the gods will be forgotten entirely.
Priest lady, huh? You deserve better, Captain.
You look like you have something on your mind. The Queen seems to operate with a light hand on the tiller, so to speak. And I think that's a good thing. What the Deadfire needs is someone who can lead its people without smothering them. I think they're one of the most ordered and deliberate organizations I've ever seen. And I don't entirely trust that. Not after the Leaden Key.
What can I do you for, Watcher? Tell me what's on your mind. You need me, I'll be 2 whoops and a holler away.
So, it's to be Ukaizo. The last great arena of this contest. If you believe that sort of thing. Planting a flag in the sands of Ukaizo is a great way to hang a target on your back. I just want to know that we're doing this for the right reason. So far, I'm unconvinced. Until I see Ukaizo for myself, it's a bedtime story. Let the poets hang their hopes on a dream. Rauatai's navy should be better than this. Ukaizo has fooled everyone into sacrificing and compromising for the ultimate prize of what? Getting there first? Even if we succeed, not everyone's gonna make it back to sing the tale of lost Ukaizo. If only to prove them all wrong at once. Thanks for letting me squawk in your ear like a Shiza after too much shark meat. I needed that. Go on, then.
I say it is not every day that a ship pulls into port from Margaret's teeth. You are not too singed, I hope. Our enemies scramble for Ukaizo, dropping all pretense of strategy in their panic and haste.
You have returned from the wastes unscathed. This is good.
Every corner of the Deadfire babbles of the devastation from Magran's teeth. And Aothis marches on Ukaizo while I juggle armloads of enemies. This is no coincidence. Nagati is testing me, I say. If I am not, then Nagati will close her jaws around me. I will live to taunt her and keep my people safe. If you have spent any time in the Deadfire at all, the myth of lost Ukaizo can be no mystery. Akira, you have the right of it. Some of us would see its purpose restored. They say the beaches of Ukaizo spanned impossible horizons, and its towers graced the light of distant stars. At night, I even... but it is nothing. Akira, since I was a child...
Do your dreams ever wake you in the dark of the night? To find yourself trembling and tangled in blankets soaked with sweat? Do you ever open your eyes, feeling both fearful and sick?
Curious company you keep, Watcher.
No? Just me then?
When I close my eyes, I stand before the gates of Ukaizo. There are always 3. For what would there be 3 gates? I do not say I am meant to go, but the gods. They want the Huana to return and reclaim what we lost. For what do the tribes not fight each other? For what are we united if not to take back lost Ukaizo?
If Ukaizo exists, even your own people doubt the legends. An ancient city greater than Neketaka, brimming with luminous Adra, and all built by the Huana thousands of years ago.
It is a good thing our ships are pushed by wind, not certainty. My people will grasp for the unknown if it means standing against yours. Under Wodika's gaze do we keep order. Atop Nagati's seas are we tested. From Akuhu's bowels do we carry wisdom back to the tribe. The gods want this for us, I say. We have come this far to restore order and earn back our empire. You have thoughts, soldier?
Valia came here to make some coin. Rawatai followed to catch up with Valia. Now the Huana are scrambling to catch up to Rawatai. It'd be funny if it wasn't gonna get so many good people killed.
Anyone who stands in our way is a wave to be crested. Your superiors should know this already. So, Watcher, do we unite and sail for Ukaizo? I invite you into my confidence, and you turn against me? Go then, enjoy your new allies, profit, and hold their custom. Do not return unless you bring your senses, and pray that my mind is unchanged when you do. It is beyond time that we rid ourselves of the trading companies. The Wahaki stand with us. With their howling warriors on our side, I say no foreign fighter will hold their ground. We have studied the chart of our ancestors, seen the Deadfire as they saw it. Matario Kozi will lead us home again. It used to be that the strength of the trading companies grew by the lengths of Enil's belly. Now they grow fast and unchecked, feeding off all they find. It is my responsibility to defang the serpent before it bites down on my neck. And I need all the help I can get. Before we go any further, your complicated choice of friends will need to be addressed.
You're fixing to do something about the Royal Deadfire Company, aren't you? I'm not. If you've already signed off on some scheme of hers. I don't know what she's planning, but I won't stand by and watch you two spoil Raotai's chance of improving our lot. If you've got any ideas, I'm not beyond hearing them. How do we get past this, Captain?
Fascinating. I hope your little sharpshooting spy is worth it. You will not reconsider?
Huh.
In that case, you are expelled from my service. All the powers of the Deadfire are scrambling to reach Ukaizo. Try not to get in our way. Every corner of the dead, and Aothas marches on. If you have spent any time in the daycare, they say at night you're curious.
No?
When I close, I do not say I. For what? If you, it is a good under what the god you have.
Velia can't be
Anyone so, Watcher. Do we unite and sit? I hope we don't stand around wasting each other's time. Busy yourself making up your mind. I will make preparations to launch an advance force. With or without you.
So the crown granted your master an audience. How did it go?
Akira, it went tempestuously. My master says the outsiders have been given too many concessions. Those days are over.
We're built to weather challenges. Not just the Juana, but you and I.
When the dust has settled, we must settle somewhere away from this city.
I would like that.
Just say the word.
won't say what it is.
Clear skies. You haven't figured it out. I thought it was obvious.
You tell me if you're so
for
smart.
protecting me from the Dominels.
I can't.
Reads too much. What he hiding, eh?
So, Ukaizo's real, and your glowing friend is headed there. We've got to move quick. Our engineers believe there's something unnatural about the storms of Andra's mortar, and the ones that have made Rawatai a rain-lashed rock. If Ukaizo really exists, it could be the key to understanding them, and stopping them. Just as you saw at Poko Kahara. The Ingwithans were masters of engineering, and with the knowledge of Ukaizo, we could surpass them. You think they could have achieved this? Where have you seen anything this ambitious among their works? The Ingwithans, on the other hand, left monuments to their greatness around the world. We won the Battle of Nakaro Atoll. The sinking of our ship was a child's tantrum. They build nothing in these glorious islands, and they resent us when we do. Does Rawatai not also deserve the chance to flourish? We could truly transform Rawatai. No more flooded cities, no more harvests washed from the fields. The archipelago is a lawless mess. It needs to be broken and rebound, the same way you heal a misaligned bone. I can help you reach Aethys, but first, I must prepare for the world we'll all live in after you confront him. Okaya's engineers are working on something that will get us to Ukaizo, but a final matter remains before we can deploy it. You've been invaluable to us, so I hope you won't balk at what I have to ask for next. I want your help with the final operation, but you should know that it will likely turn the other powers against you. I must have your unconditional support before I can disclose the details. And once I do, there will be no turning back. Think well, but do not think long. If Ukaizo works the way we think it does, then leaving it for someone else would be about as smart as pointing a cannon at our backs. Talk and compromise may work for you, but we can't risk Rawatai on someone else's good intentions. Rawatai needs a reprieve from the storms, and Deadfire needs order. And I need your help more than I like to admit. Are you ready to join forces once and for all? Then you must kill Queen Onekaza II.
Oh, what a relief to finally see that bottle uncorked.
Rawataians, to you every problem is a head that just has not met the right bullet.
Are you to decide the fate of nations, Karu? And the lives and deaths required of them? This sounds disturbingly familiar.
I don't ask this lightly, but while the Queen holds court, pirates and Valian profiteers close in. And my countrymen back in Rawatai see their homes and crops washed away by storms. I know this isn't how you'd like to do things, but it comes down to this. The continued decline of Deadfire, or its sudden transformation. This is the only way to forge a stable future for Rawatai or the Deadfire. And I need you to help us achieve it. The Huana are a fractured culture, and the Kahanga monarchy is the last tendon holding it together. The Queen and her predecessors have been ineffectual figureheads for generations. They've left their people vulnerable to the predations of slavers, pirates, and, yes, foreign powers. Once we depose the Queen, we will rebuild Deadfire into something stronger and sturdier. Nothing worth doing has ever been easy. But we must strive all the same. We have done this all over the mainland of Rawatai, where we have forged a great nation from warring peoples. On my signal, the cannons of the Brass Citadel will fire, and our ships will bombard Queen's Berth. That should draw enough attention away from the palace to allow you to infiltrate. And if I know the Queen, she'll wait out the danger on the roof of the palace. I advise caution and stealth. The Queen will send many of her soldiers to the harbor, but those that remain will be on high alert. We are going to sink Valian ships and damage their infrastructure. Trust me, I want to avoid casualties. I'm sending you to assassinate the Queen because I don't want to massacre her people. My cannoneers are the very best. Your ship will not be damaged. Attacking him will likely raise the alarm, and the Queen is your main target. Still, losing him would be a blow to the Juana, should it come to that. I cannot let this opportunity escape us, or risk word getting out. You stand so close to greatness, to rebuilding broken lands and reversing the path of storms, and you lose your nerve over one life? I can't let you leave now.
Most of the avian...
Which one do you think I am?
Oh, someone's egg rolled out of the nest.
Nemnock hopes your boat sinks.
Watcher, what can I do for you? Watcher, I'll answer what I can, of course. Now then.
Eccosi, you have business here. Governor Lueva Alvari. Governor Alvari manages the company's day-to-day operations. As you can imagine, this makes her a very busy woman. You are in luck. The governor is between meetings. Go on in.
I can't decide if the gods must love or hate you, Watcher. Perhaps both. Volcanoes, giant waves. Mel, I've had my fill of this island. Welcome back. Is there something else you wish to discuss? Please, go ahead. Ha! What don't I do? I tend to the day-to-day business of the Valiant Trading Company, our negotiations, contracts, and so on. The director takes a broader view of the business. You might call him our navigator. He directs the company's ambitions in the Deadfire. Well, the Valiant Trading Company has been here in Nekataka for many decades now. Its main interest is in the mining of luminous Adra, for which we have negotiated with numerous tribes for access to the Adra sites and, where possible, labor. The company also engages in more mundane lines of trade, of course. Ultimately, we are merchants. I have the utmost respect for Director Castall. He made his fortune of peculiar little investments as a younger man. Our investors must have sensed their kindred spirit, no? I think the pressures of leadership are starting to wear on him, poor man. It is simple science. I was never of a scholarly disposition, but I recognize that animancy can be nearly as useful as a good caster. As with most fields of study, its merit depends on the mind pursuing it.
The Republics have the best minds in the world pursuing it.
Very well. Anything else? Welcome back.
The contract, that is, you see...
You! I hope you are pleased with yourself. Because of you, I've been stripped of my position. Have been with the company for years. I had my own office. Now I'm ruined. What? You must be joking. You arranged for my dismissal from the company, then offer me work as a deckhand? Damn you, Watcher!
But I accept. I will gather my things.
I must be mad to agree to this.